Guys, welcome to Fab Dentist. In this video we are going to discuss about dry socket. So please stay tuned. Please do like, share and subscribe my video as it motivates me to make more videos. What are the other names for dry socket? Such as alveolar ostetis, fibrinolytic ostetis, alveolgia, localized alveolar ostetis. Now, what is the definition of alveolar ostetis or dry socket? Alveolar ostetis is post-operative pain in and around the extraction site which increases in the severity at the time between 1 and 3 days after the extraction, accompanied by partial or total disintegrated blood clot within the alveolar socket with or without halitosis. Okay guys, that is dry socket may have halitosis or may not. Now, who described the term dry socket? It was described by Crawford. Okay. Now, what are the causes for alveolar ostetis or dry socket? There are some microorganisms such as actinomyces, varicosis, streptococcus mutans, treponema denticola. There are excessive trauma to the bone during extraction may leads to alveolar ostetis. Use of vasoconstrictors along with local anesthetic solution might cause dry socket or alveolar ostetis. Now, menstruating female and patients on oral contraceptives are more prone to dry socket. Smoking is one of the main cause for dry socket. Now, what is the pathogenesis for dry socket? One of the scientists, that is Bourne, has given his theory for the pathogenesis of dry socket. According to him, if extraction is traumatic, there is partial or complete lysis and destruction of blood clot, which caused by tissue kinase liberated during inflammation. By direct or indirect activation of plasminogen in blood. When these direct tissue activators are released after trauma to the alveolar bone cells, plasminogen laid down in fibrin network formed is converted into plasmin. That is, plasminogen is converted into plasmin, which results in breakup of the clot by disintegrating the fibrin. This conversion is accomplished in the presence of tissue or plasma proactivator and activators such as streptokinase and staphylokinase, which produced by bacteria bind to plasminogen molecules to plasmin that leads to alveolar ostetis. Burns also attributed that the cause of pain to the presence and formation of kinin in the socket. What it means is, what causes pain in dry socket? Pain is happening or pain is because of the kinin present. Okay. Kinin activated the primary afferent nerves and are capable to produce intense pain in our dry socket. This is a dramatical representation for Bourne's hypothesis, which means trauma and or infection during extraction causes inflammation of bone marrow, which results in release of tissue activators such as plasminogen, kinin, which converted, like you can see over here, releases tissue activators such as plasminogen, which get converted into plasmin, which further form the lysis of fibrin and formation of kinase, which together leads to dissolution of blood socket, in which Kinines are responsible for intense pain, and plasminogen is responsible for your inflammation. Now, what are the clinical features for dry socket? Basically seen after 3 to 4 days after extraction, foul odor, acute pain visible in bone socket, pain that radiate from the socket to ear, eye and neck on the extraction site, unpleasant taste in the mouth, and having grayish sludge on the extraction sites are some of the clinical features for dry socket. Now, what are the treatment modalities for dry socket? There are some of the treatment modalities such as antibacterial agent like penicillin, clindamycin, erythromycin and metronidazoles. Some of the antiseptic agents like chlorhexidine used at mouthwash reduces the significance of alveolar ostetis. Curettage of the socket to induce fresh bleeding. Now, antifibrinolytic agent like transamic agent also leads in treatment for dry socket, and topical corticosteroids are also given during the treatment of our dry socket. And obtudent dressing means dressing in form of zinc oxide and oil of cloves on cotton wool or gauze and is loosely tucked into the socket. This dressing is also known as pom-pom dressing. Thank you. Hope you liked it. Please do like, share and subscribe my video as it motivates me to make more videos.